I recently shared on my YouTube community that I am providing free mixing and mastering services to 3 subscribers. One of the projects I received is from a subscriber, and in today's video, I'll be demonstrating how I transformed their mix from its initial state to its finalized version. So this is the initial mix I received.
Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes. Is it the way you smile? Yeah. You got me.
And I transformed it to this.
Me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes, alright. Is it the way you smile? You got me hypnotized, baby, it's something.
For those of you who are new here, my name is Mirakilouz Beatz, and I am dedicated to providing you with the best tools and techniques to create amazing music, and also to show you the tips and tricks in vocal mixing. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you never miss out any of our future tutorials and updates. So this is the project, and the artist's name is Samy. She's a producer herself, and she produced the song independently. She sent me the stems of the vocal recording initially, but there was some background noise in the vocals because I think this vocals wasn't recorded in the treated room, but that won't stop us from producing or making music, so that is normal. So after listening to the project, I pinpoint some little issues on the vocals. The first thing I noticed was the noise, so what I have to do is to add my noise suppression over here from Waves NSI suppressor to reduce the noises. And after that, I arrange the vocals and align each to its respective groups. So as you can see, this is the lead vocals. I put the lead vocals in this group and all the backups in group 2, as you can see over here. So after adding my noise suppression, I have to check for my key, because it's a singing song. So what I did was to use auto key from Antiles to check for the key, and I think I got, I got C major. So C major was the key of the song, so I have to set the key of the song to it. But before I get into the process of how I mix it, let's first listen to the song, and after that I'll show you how I mix everything from scratch. So let's go.
Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes. Is it the way you smile? Me already gave you the green light, so I came all the way tonight. Is it the way you smile? It's not all in my mind. So I came all the
So let me show you how I get this mix done. So the first thing I did was to add my auto-tune, as I showed you already. Because this is a singing song and it needs auto-tune. So I added my auto-tune, and the key is C major, and also there was a little bit noise in the vocals, as I showed you. So I use this NSI noise suppressor to suppress it, and too much of doing this too will cause harm to the vocal. So I did a little bit, that is 25. I think that is all what I did on the initial stage. So after that, I added my EQ over here. I did my low cut 170 Hz because this is a female vocal, so I need to cut a lot, and female vocals to around those 170 Hz coming down there is not needed, so I need to cut those space out. And after doing that, let's come back to my raw inset. I added my EQ over here, so as you can see, I cut out some unwanted frequencies. As I told you, the vocals wasn't recorded in the treated room, so there was a lot going on in the vocal, so I have to cut all those bad frequencies from the vocals. So let me solo only the vocals and play the vocals with the EQs and the auto-tune for you to listen to how it sounds. So this is how it sounds with the EQs and the auto-tune and the noise suppressor.
me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for you right.
So this is how it sounds without them.
Me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes. Or is it the way you
Yeah, so as you can see, if I engage it, the vocals sound more cleaner and more warm because there was a lot going on and I've cut those bad frequencies from the vocal. So the vocal sounds clean. And after cutting everything, I bring up the output gain from the fast filter EQ to compensate the volume lost. So as you can see, yeah, I boosted here 2 dB just to compensate the volume lost whilst doing those cuttings. And after that, I added my multi-band compressor. As you all know, I love using multi-band compressor. I am compressing the mid-ranges and the high mids. As you can see, I am compressing 300 to 500 Hz and also the 3K to the 6K, as you can see over here. So I am just doing my controls. I always tell you guys to control first before you boost. So for this mix, I did my controls by using my Fast Filter Pro Q and also my Pro MB to do my controlling. Yeah, and after that, I added my compressor. You know, now I've seen that my vocal is in control, so I can compress and boost a lot of stuff. So as you can see, this is my compressor and these are my settings I use. So let me play the vocals.
coming on over tonight. Something about this
So as you
feeling
can
is
see, I am
just
compressing
right.
about 5 dB. Yeah, so that's what I did on my Fast Filter Pro C2. And after doing that, I added my RVox. Yeah, my RVox. This is simple to use. You just bring down your compressor and use your gain knob to compensate it. Yeah, and after doing my compression, I added my PureTech here. For this one, I boosted the 10 kHz 3 dB. So as you can see, whilst I am boosting, at the same time, I am also attenuating some of the frequencies, which is the same 10 kHz. Yeah, this technique sometimes add warmth to my vocals, so I always do that. So now let's listen to the vocals with these plugins on.
Me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right.
Yeah, so after doing that, I noticed that there are a little bit of highs in the vocals. So I use my DSR to control them. So this is my DSR. So I'm cutting some of the highs from the vocals. I am controlling, I am not cutting. Yeah, I am controlling some of the extreme highs from the vocals using my DSR.
When I see your face, me falling for your eyes.
Yeah, so after doing everything, you know, the volume of the vocals have come up. So the noise again has been increased. So I have to use my noise suppressor again at the end of the vocal chain. So for this one, I go in hard with 40. At the beginning of my chain, I added a noise suppressor, and at the end of my chain too, I added another noise suppressor. Yeah, so after doing that, let's move on to my synths. Yeah, for the synths, I add a doubler on the vocals to give it that stereo feel over here, and under the doubler I use SY imager to widen the doubler a little bit. After that, I added my reverb, as you all know. So this is my reverb, and under the reverb I added EQ to cut the lows and highs of the reverb, and at the end of it too I added an SY imager to widen the reverb a little bit as well. So let's listen to the vocals with the reverb. Yeah, you know, I'm running these tutorials real quick because I don't want to spend much time on this. Yeah, so I am just brushing through just to give you a heads up how I approach this mix. Yeah, so let's listen to the reverb on the vocals.
Me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes. Or is it the way you smile? Me already gave you the green light.
Yeah, so these are my settings. As you can hear, the reverb are sounding nice and amazing. Yeah, I have a video on how I set my reverb, so you can check that video out. And also, after adding my reverb, I added my delay over here. As you can see, let me activate the delay real quick. So this is the delay.
Me have it coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling.
Yeah, so as you can see, these are my settings for the delay. I sank the BPM to the delay and also activate my ping pong. For this one, I don't know what it means, but I just turned them on. Yeah, so and I added this EQ at the end of my delay, to give me that kind of telephone effect. And I send my reverb to my delay to get that kind of reverb effect on my delay as well. I don't want my delays to be dry. I want it to be wet, so I send a little bit of my reverb to my delay. Yeah, so that's all for this one. And for my backups too, same thing, same effect as you can see. But what I did is I use S1 imager to widen them a little bit to give it that kind of depth in the backing vocals. So let's listen to the vocals with the backups on.
You got me hypnotized, baby, something but your eyes. Me, I feel tell no lie, giving you love and no compromise.
But for the backups reverb, I added more of the reverbs to it for it to sound more wet. Yeah, so basically that's all what I did on this mix. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah, so basically that's all for the mix. That's all what I put on this mix. So now let's listen to the full mix and see how they sound together. So let's go.
Me, I feel coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes. Or is it the way you smile? We already gave you the green light, so I came all the way tonight. Is it the way you smile? I know it's not all in my mind. So I came all the way. No, I can't wait. Baby, I'll be falling for you. Baby, I'll be falling for you. Me, I be coming on over tonight. Something about this feeling is just right. When I see your face, me falling for your eyes, alright. Is it the way you smile? You got me hypnotized, baby, something but your eyes. Me, I feel tell no lie, giving you love and no compromise.
Yeah, so that is the song, and the artist is Semo. So please y'all try and subscribe to Semo's YouTube channel. Yeah, Semo as in SEMO. Yeah, so I am done with the mix and I'll send it to her. As I said, every month I'll be mixing 3 subscribers' song for them. I've taken this upon myself to do this for my subscribers. So every month I'll be mixing 3 songs from my subscribers. Yeah, I'll be doing this free mixing and mastering service. So if this is your first time watching me, please try and subscribe and be part of this offer. Thank you for watching this video once again. I am Mirakilouz Beatz. Peace out.